In this tutorial, I will show you how to build a LinkedIn funnel that converts. Don't worry about taking notes, I linked to a step-by-step guide in the description below. Just watch the video in full and then refer to the blog post for detailed process steps if you need a refresher. LinkedIn has a unique capability to retarget within the platform based on engagement. I will show you within the platform how this works. But let's cover some basics first. When we talk about a funnel, we talk about a three-staged funnel, with the awareness, consideration, and converting stage. For us, the lines between consideration and converting can be blurry. It will depend on your content. Let me explain how this works on the whiteboard, and then we will set this up inside the platform. We will start with an awareness campaign. You don't have to be very specific for targeting right now. Ideally, this campaign is a video campaign. And I'll explain in just a second why. If we use a video, we can retarget people within LinkedIn based on the video view completion rate. 25%, 50%, 75%, 97%, which is a full completion for LinkedIn. If we want to address the audiences more specifically, we can be more specific in terms of verticals, job titles, or functions. Of course, you can have multiple video awareness campaigns that target the different audiences. The goal of the second campaign is to re-engage with users. We can enrich that remarketing audience by also adding previous website visitors. How? By using the LinkedIn Insights tag. By the way, you can still distinguish further between job titles, etc. That's why I like to use more specific targeting in the remarketing than the generic awareness campaign. Let's hop back into LinkedIn's campaign manager. Okay. In the platform, we want to create a new campaign. Choose the campaign group. If you want to use a different one, you can do this as well. LinkedIn has 3 objective categories. Even though we want to create awareness, I'll use video views, because I want LinkedIn's algorithm to optimize towards that KPI. So we pick the consideration category. Now, we can give the campaign a name. We are not going to cover your setup. Adjust the targeting, budget, and create video ad creatives. In the next step, after the video campaign is created, we need to create account assets, which we can find in the main navigation menu. Look for matched audience. What we gotta do here is to create a video audience for retargeting. Okay, great. We can give the audience a meaningful name. I gave it already one, video remarketing plus the view percentage. In the settings, we choose how they engaged, 25, 50, 75%, or 97%, which is the full completion in the eyes of LinkedIn. For this we'll choose 25%. And the look back window. You can select whatever makes sense for you. But I'd suggest closer to 30 or 60 days, so it has the real remarketing effect. It also depends a bit on your budget. If you only have $10 a day, it takes more time to build the audience you can retarget. Finishing up, pick the video ads you've just created. And hit create. One last step regarding the account assets. We will have to repeat that process for every audience. For example, 75% completion rate. After that, we can create the retargeting campaign. This is the same process as any other campaign. For the objective, however, it depends on your content and the goal more than anything. It can be website visits, another video, website conversions, or lead generation. The difference between lead generation and website conversions is that for lead generation we can use one-click LinkedIn forms and convert people on LinkedIn rather than your landing page. For this experiment, I just use lead generation. In the targeting settings, we have to choose a location. This should be the same as in the awareness campaign or narrowed down. But it can't be extended. Also, the profile language needs to be the same. In the audience section, we pick retargeting, video, and whatever asset we just created in the previous step. We can obviously narrow the audience further down by, for example, job titles. You can have 2 different retargeting campaigns for, let's say, more junior and another one for senior folks. Or you can address different functions, like marketing versus purchasing. It's just important that you have included the audiences you now want to distinguish in the general awareness campaign, so they can be included in the remarketing. What we can also do, is in retargeting, we can add the website visitors to enrich the campaign audience. After all, the goal is to retarget to engaged people. Does it matter that this was through a video they watched or a website visit? Don't think so. So, based on the insights tag on your website, you can increase your targeting pool. And that's another reason why I like to narrow my targeting down in the remarketing campaign. Because the additional filters apply to the website visitors too. That's it. But I just want to point out one thing. The reporting for the video audience can be a bit tricky. First, if you want to analyze the video performance, you need to make sure that the columns are visible for videos. Different campaigns and objectives have different KPIs they report on. For video performance, you can see data for how many views reached each threshold. This demo setup doesn't have any numbers, of course. However, these numbers are not unique views. Again, the number does not equal the matched LinkedIn members. Plus, it's a waterfall, so every time the video gets watched 75%, this number is included in the 25, 50 and 75% stat. The view numbers decrease with every step. This is important to understand because every audience asset needs to have 300 plus matched user profiles before we can activate it. If we want to see the size and status of our remarketing audience, we can go to Account Assets, Matched Audiences. And we will see it here. Please note, I just created this asset for this video. So it still says building. It will change from building to ready. And then, it will let us know how many people are currently matched with this audience. It has to be more than 300 to see a number. I want to address frequency, to understand the numbers even better, and give you an idea of how many more views you need before you could start your retargeting campaigns. LinkedIn has by default a frequency cap of 1 time every 48 hours, and 4 times in total. That means that every person targeted by your ads can see any given ad 4 times in total, and 1 time within 2 days. However, the same person can still rewatch the video in the same session multiple times. I've seen over 1,000 views before it matched 300 people. That means on average that people watch the video over 3.3 times. Anyways, as a rule of thumb, I would calculate with anywhere between double to triple the views, to be on the safe side. Finally, let's talk about the cost per lead. When calculating your CPL, you need to include the spending of the awareness plus retargeting campaign, divided by the total number of new leads. To make it easy, we have built an online cost per lead calculator. You can find the link in the description below. If you learned something, please like this video so I know to create more content like this. You should apply this funnel to your account-based marketing strategy. Learn how to do ABM on LinkedIn in the next video.